was September of 2021. That's when I tried my first cleaning routine. At the time, I was completely overwhelmed. I mean, laundry piles everywhere, dishes stacked to the ceiling. I'm pretty sure I didn't see the bottom of my sink in over 3 years. I felt like I was failing as a mom because I couldn't give my son the gift of a clean home. Which, when you think about it, is kind of ridiculous, right? I mean, kids that age, they couldn't care less about spotless counters or folded laundry. But knowing that didn't make the guilt go away. I wanted to do better. I remember scrolling through YouTube late one night when I stumbled across the Clean Mama routine. I'd never heard of it before, but whatever I was doing to keep my home clean clearly wasn't working. And I figured I might as well try it out. What do I have to lose? So I printed out her checklist, stuck them on my fridge, and I gave it a shot. But honestly, I didn't enjoy it. It was way more cleaning than I was used to, and I didn't end up sticking to it. But after that, it got me thinking. Was there a routine out there that could actually work for me? Well, it turns out that was just the beginning. I went on to try multiple different routines and systems, and I documented them all on YouTube. The videos were getting a lot of attention. Some of my best performing videos, actually. I couldn't believe how many people were out there searching for the same thing I was. I mean, I figured everyone else had their homes under control. They didn't need some random stranger on the internet telling them how to clean and when to clean in such and such order. Honestly, I thought I was the only weirdo who needed to be told what to do. But as it turns out, there's a lot of other weirdos out there too. In fact, maybe we aren't the weirdos after all. Maybe the real weirdos are those people who just know how to keep their homes clean naturally without a routine. Like, who even does that? Weirdos. Anyway, after testing out multiple cleaning systems, I started to notice a pattern. The ones that work the best, they were also the hardest to start. I mean, they had these amazing results once you got into the swing of things, but the process of getting started, it felt impossible. The initial effort was just so much that most people couldn't even get past the starting line. And then on the other hand, there were simpler routines, ones that were easy to start with nice, beautiful checklists and a less overwhelming list of tasks, but they just didn't work as well. They didn't flow right with my busy schedule, which was so frustrating. And from the comments, I could tell I wasn't the only one feeling that way. That's when it hit me. I had tried so many different cleaning systems and heard tons of feedback of what people liked and didn't like about them. Maybe it was time to create a routine of my own, something that could actually work for me and could maybe work for others too. That's exactly what I'm sharing with you today. A cleaning routine that I created that finally works, and it may just be the answer for you. Now you might be wondering, what makes this routine different from all the others? Well, first off, it's not going to have you cleaning all day. I wanted something that could actually fit into my life, something that would flow with my schedule. It had to be simple, easy to get started with, and easy to return to if I ever got off track. I wanted to create something that didn't feel like a second job, something that would work alongside the habits I already have without making me feel like I was playing catch-up 24/7. But I also didn't want to make any false promises either, like, you can get your home clean in only 15 minutes a day, because let's be honest, cleaning does take time and we need to be realistic with how much time it can take. So I wanted to be practical, but I also wanted to find a way to quicken the process, because we have lives to live and I don't want us spending all of our free time cleaning. So before I share what this routine looks like, I just want to say this. Just because I found a cleaning routine that works really well for me doesn't mean it's perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. We're all different people. So you got to find what works for you. And that's why I'm sharing it. So you could tweak it, make it your own, and find a rhythm that makes sense for you and your family. Okay? Okay. I introduce you to the Awkward Mom routine. Because it's not just for this awkward mom, it's for all you awkwards out there. Yes, even you, with the beard.
Who, me?
Yeah, who else would I have been talking about? But just because it has the word mom in it doesn't mean it's just for moms. It's for anyone who wants to try it. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the routine, and you can grab your free printables below, but don't worry, I'll be doing a full beginner's deep dive in a future video. But for now, let's break this routine down. Like most routines, it's split into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. For the daily tasks, there are 5 main ones. First task, wipe down your shower, and you'll do that while you're in the shower. We're connecting a new habit to an already existing habit. Second task, empty the dishwasher first thing in the morning, preferably before you eat breakfast, which means you'll want to start it before bed. Our third task is a very important one. Wash the dishes after every meal. This includes snacks. If you have a dishwasher, then you'll want to load it throughout the day. But the goal here is to make it so that we don't have this massive, soul-sucking pile of dishes at the one time of the night that I prefer to be cuddling with the love of my life. I love you. Next on the list is a 10-minute kitchen shutdown. This is where you'll set your timer for up to 10 minutes or as little as 2, whatever you have time for, and just power through the kitchen. Clean the counters, the sink, the stovetop, the dining table, sweep the floors, whatever you can get done in that time frame. Best time to do this task is right after you finish your dishes for the night. And lastly, we have a 10-minute tidy, where you set another timer and quickly go around the main living areas of your home, picking up clutter. You can also adjust this time too. If you only have 5 minutes, then just set a 5-minute timer. Whatever gets you to do it. Now, laundry is an optional daily task. You can choose whether you want to do one load a day or do all of your laundry once a week on a dedicated laundry day. That is up to you. Now for the weekly tasks. Notice anything? Yes, it's empty. That's because you're going to fill it out yourself. Once you get your printables, you'll find this section where you can add your own weekly tasks. There are 7 days in a week, so I've left 7 tasks for you to fill in, starting with map it out. This is basically a day for planning out your meals, your grocery list, getting ready for your husband to pop the question.
Ariel, I have loved you for a long time. So will you please tell me what's for dinner? 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 What's for dinner?
But other than having an answer to the dreaded dinner question, I'm a huge advocate for meal planning because I believe it plays a role in reducing chaos around the home. So do it. Do it. Do it. All right, next we have a day for grocery shopping. I believe that having a set grocery day can make your week go so much smoother. So you want to plan for it. And also, you want your map it out day to be 1 to 3 days before your grocery day. So keep that in mind. Next on the list of weekly tasks is the Tidy Tango. Now listen up. The Tidy Tango is one of the most important pieces of this cleaning routine. If everything else fails and life goes completely haywire, at the very least, make the Tidy Tango a priority. You'll dedicate 52 minutes to speed cleaning the main living areas of your home with these 5 tasks on the screen right now, and you'll spend 10 minutes per task using a timer. This also is the part of the cleaning routine where bathrooms are taken care of. Another reason you don't want to miss your Tidy Tango. It's the glue to this routine. I've got YouTube videos to guide you through it so you can do it along with me. I'll link them down below. All right, moving on. Next we have Revive 25. This is where you'll cover deep cleaning tasks. So once a week, you'll pick one of these areas of the home and spend 25 minutes bringing it back to life. Hence the word revive. There are 6 areas to cycle through, and each week you'll focus on a different one. And as you can see, each area is numbered to help keep you on track and make sure they all get the attention they need over time. Next up is Whippin' Cherry. Yes, it sounds as good as you think it does. Oh, now what we're doing here? I came up with the term Whippin' Cherry because whenever you finish making a sundae, you top it off with what? Well, if you're a sane human being, you top it off with whipped cream and cherry. So this day is dedicated to finishing off any unfinished tasks. Didn't get to completing your Tidy Tango? We're gonna Whippin' Cherry it. Get it done. And next on the list is a day for laundry. Now, whatever day you pick needs to be a day where you're home most of the time, since all you're going to be doing that day is laundry. And if you can start early in the morning and set a lot of timer reminders to remember to switch your laundry, then I bet you can get it all done in one day. Don't believe me? Try it out. But if you don't want to do it weekly, that's okay too. I also give an option to do it daily instead because that seems to work for a lot of people. So it's up to you. And lastly, a day for rest, because having a day to rest is important. Even God rested on the 7th day, so give yourself permission to rest too, so that you're ready to handle all these other days. Now it's up to you which days you want to put where. You get to choose your own schedule. All right, let's talk about monthly tasks. So after trying multiple routines, I noticed that a lot of people seem to struggle to keep up with the monthly tasks. They always seem to get ignored or forgotten about. So I spent some time thinking about why this might be, and I've come to the conclusion that the problem is they're hard to connect to something specific. With the weekly, it's easy, Oh, hey, it's Monday, time to do laundry. But with the monthly tasks, when do you do them? They're just floating out there, making it easy to procrastinate. So I decided to simplify things by only having 3 monthly tasks, which will be completed the first week of every month, because then it's connected to something. I mean, when the first of the month comes, we all know that bills are due, right? That's your cue to pay them. In the same way, when a new month starts, that'll be your cue to get these 3 things done. All right, so here are the 3 monthly tasks. Number 1, Tidy Tango, bedroom boogie. No. Get those thoughts out of your head. There's kids around. Come on. Our kids can't know what we're really doing after they go to bed.
He made the balloon fart.
So as you now know, the Tidy Tango is done once a week, but on the first week of the month, instead of doing your normal Tidy Tango in the main living areas, you're going to tango in the bedrooms. If you're feeling extra, then you could attempt to do both, but I'm just going to give you the excuse not to because that seems like a lot. So you'll still do these 5 tasks on the screen, but your main focus will be in the bedrooms. Or if you have a 2-story home with bedrooms upstairs, then you'll just do the Tidy Tango upstairs. All right, next monthly task, the 99 knockout. When we switch calendar months, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to declutter 99 things. It could be junk mail, candy wrappers, receipts. It doesn't really matter. As long as it adds up to 99, it counts. And if that feels overwhelming, then you can break it up and declutter 9 things a day for 11 days. But I found that reaching 99 items isn't as hard as you think it is, especially when I'm letting you count chocolate wrappers. Just eat 99 chocolates. I'm joking. Don't do that. But just try it out. You'll see that it's easier than you think. All right, and lastly, the final monthly task, rotate toys. You're going to want to set up a toy rotation system and rotate your toys once a month. It's not only going to help your kids play better, but it's also going to make your home cleaner. I'm telling you, it works. Just ask my husband.
Help me.
In the coming months, I'll be sharing more about my routine, but in the meantime, feel free to ask questions in the comments because this is just the beginning. Listen, it is so good to be back. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate you giving me the time I needed to take a break and coming back. Welcome back. Over the past couple weeks, I've been working on something special, something designed to make getting into this routine so much easier. I can't wait to share it with you, but that's all I'm going to say for now. I know you're going to love it though. Speaking of loving it, check out this video next where I share 7 habits that'll simplify your life. And I will see you there in 3, 2, 1. Seriously, you don't see me for 3 months and you can't click on the video?